Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well and safe at your places. So, students, in this class, we'll be continuing your second chapter of economics. But in this class, we'll be starting with a new topic related to that chapter, okay? So, before starting with the topic or before introducing with the topic, here I will be showing you one case study related to Sheila and Sakal. So now I will be reading the case study and you also have to read it silently. Then we will discuss some questions related to that. Okay. So now the case study is like this. So Sakal's mother Sheila looked after the domestic chores. Children and Sheila helped her husband Raj in the fields. She loves to do all these works. Sakal's brother Jitu and her sister Situ, who are 9 and 10 years old respectively, spend their time in playing and roaming. Sakal's grandmother is 70-year old and he sits at the home and enjoy the company of her grandchildren. So now student, this is a story of Sakal's mother. Her name is Sheila. So now tell me, like the Sakal's brother, Jitu and sister, like will they be considered as unemployed person or like what do you think? They are unemployed person or employed person? We can consider them as unemployed. So you have to tell me the reason for your answer also. Yes. So we cannot consider them like Jitu and Situ is not an unemployed youth, or we can say that they are not unemployed because their age is below 9. They are just 9 to 10 years. So their age is to like study to go to school. They are not having the age in which they have to do the jobs or to find the jobs. So now tell me, do we consider her grandmother who is 70 and old as a 70 years old as a unemployed person because he is just sitting at the home and he is not earning anything for the family. So we can consider her as a unemployed. Yes, what do you think, students? Yes, very good. So her grandmother is also not a unemployed because he is now a old person. So we cannot consider them as a unemployed person. So now moving forward. So now the in for today's class our topic would be unemployment. So in which we will discuss like what is unemployment basically, what people come under the unemployed persons, and what type of unemployment we have in India, and also what steps we can take in order to remove or in order to reduce the unemployment rate of India. Okay. So now student, first here I have one graph for you. So you have to observe this graph and then you have to tell me what is shown in this graph. Yes. Yes. So it is a state-wise unemployment rate of India. So now tell me which state or which union territory is having the highest rate of unemployment. Yes, very good. So it's a Pondicherry. And what about the lowest rate? Like which state is having the lowest rate of unemployment? Yes, it's Himachal Pradesh because here we have just 2.2% of unemployment. So now student, tell me, if I ask you to define or to define unemployment in your own words, then how would you define it? What do you understand by unemployment? Yes. Yes, very good student. So unemployment basically means when a person who is willing to do the job but he is not find any job like where he can earn money. So person is willing to do the job at any circumstances, but he is not having the job opportunities, or he is not having, or he is not unable to find the job in their surroundings. So that is why a person is considered as unemployed, or unemployment is that. Okay. So now we will see that what is unemployment and which age group will be included in this unemployment. So now unemployment is said to exist when people in the age group of people in the age group of 15 to 59 years is willing to work at the going wage rate but cannot find the job. So basically unemployment means when the people who are in the age of 15 to 59, they are willing to do the work, like they are ready to do the work in any circumstances and at a going wage rate, like the wage rate that is being running in the market. So they are willing to do the work at that wage rate, but they cannot find the job. So there is a lack of job opportunities, or they are not finding the job where they can do the job and they can earn the living. So this is what we called as unemployment. So now unemployment further lead to wastage of manpower. Like we can see that unemployment is like we have studied that we are having in India, we are having a huge population, and we if the Indian population is properly educated and properly skilled, then we are having a large number of manpower. But when a person is unemployed and he is just sitting at home doing nothing, so that it will be further leading to the wastage of manpower, because we have population in a large number, but they are doing nothing for the country, for the development of the country. So we are having here wastage of the manpower. So it will be because their skills and their knowledge are being wasted, due to which we can consider them as wastage of manpower. So now unemployment also increases poverty. As we all know, when a person is unable to find the job and he is unable to do the job and earn the living for the survival of his own self and for the survival of his family, so the poverty would definitely increase, because here he cannot able to fulfill his basic needs for survival. So we can say that the poverty will also increase because of the unemployment. Then it also tend to increase the economic overload. Like so when there is a unemployment or any person who is unemployed in the family, so it will also increase the economic overload. Like if the father is earning in the family, we can say that, and all the other members of the family, like the son, the daughter, or the female member of the society, they all are educated, but they are sitting at the home. They are not having the proper job where they can do the work and earn the living. So here the responsibility on the father to earn money for the family, it will be increases so much, and he will burden with so much economic responsibility and economic overload. So we can say that unemployment also increase in the economic overload. Then we have the quality of life, and that of society is adversely affected. So if people is unemployed or people are unemployed in the country, so the quality of the life is also affected, because here the poverty will increase and it will further affect the standard of living of the people, so which will also affect the society where they are living. And due to the unemployment, the person who are, or the population who are asset for the country, because if the people are having the proper knowledge and proper skill, and they are having the good health, then those people or the working population will considered as an asset for the country, because he can earn money for the country, for the development of the country. But if the person is educated and he is unable to find the job, then asset would be converted into a liability, because we have to pay money for those people and we have to do different things for those people, because they are not because they are not earning the money for the development of the country, whereas we have to feed them with some of the other resources. So that person, unemployed person, will be considered as a liability for the country instead of a asset for the country. Okay, so this is what the unemployment means and how it further affect the different factors or the aspect of our society. Okay, now moving forward, so now tell me, as we have discussed that how it will further affect the society, or how it will further affect the poverty. So now you must have experienced people in your surrounding who are unemployed, like they are educated but they are unemployed. So you have to tell me like what kind of things, or what is the situation of that person, how they will further affect the society, and what kind of a behavior like he has to face in the society. So you have to tell me that what problems unemployed person in the society will face. Yes, first is society pressure or the family pressure, we can say that, because if the person is unemployed but like he is educated but he is unemployed, then the family is putting so much pressure on them, that why are you not getting the job, you are doing nothing, you are sitting just at home also. So we can say that family pressure is there. Then stress is there, yes, stress is also there. Then quality of life is also affected. Quality of life. pressure is being increased. Yes, the society pressure is also there. Yes. So we can say that a unemployed person in the society, he is facing a lot of challenges, and he has to go through different challenges that is being faced by, that is being put by her family or even the society in which he or she is living. So we can say that an unemployed person is like their life is very difficult, and they are earning like they are just sitting at their homes and they are dependent upon their families, like they are not earning for themselves, they are just totally dependent upon their family. So this is how it affects the life of a unemployed person. So now here are some questions for you, so you have to answer them. That because of unemployment, people who are liability, they are converted into assets. So is this statement true or false? Yes, very good. Here, so here the statement will be false, because here it will be vice versa. So the people who are asset for the country, they are converted into the liability. Okay, so this is like this. They are converted into liability. So now the second question is, what is the age group of working people? Yes, very good, students. So it's 15 to 59. Okay. So now moving forward, so now observe this picture and tell me what are you able to observe in these pictures? Yes. So the first one is related to the like person, he wanted to do a job, but he's like the other person or the other company is stopping him to do the job. And what about the second picture? Yes. Like they all are ready to do the work, but they are not getting the work. Yes. So tell me what kind of like from the uniform of this person, what do you think? What kind of unemployment is this? Yes. We can say that it's a educated unemployment, because from their dressing sense, we can say that they all are educated people, but they are not getting the job. They are ready to do the work, but they are not getting the job. So this we can consider it as a educated unemployment. Yes, very good, students. So now I will be showing you two different pictures, so you have to first tell me this is a picture of which area, like is it a urban area or is it a rural area? Okay, so the first picture will be of which area? Yes, it's a urban area. Very good, student. And now tell me the second picture. This picture is of rural area. So now tell me what kind of unemployment is there in urban area? Like, what do you think? What kind of unemployment is there in urban area? Yes, first one will be the educated unemployment, like where the, because in urban area we can say that people are educated but they are not getting the jobs, so we can say that urban area we are having the educated unemployment. And what about the rural area? Yes, very good, student. So it is related to the seasonal unemployment, like when we are having, like when farmers are having a season in which they have to grow the crops, and if suppose they are producing one particular crop which will be selling those in one particular season only. So when season changes, he is not able to grow that crop. He is not able to grow that particular crop again. So in that, as the season changes, so he will become unemployment in that particular period of time where he cannot able to grow that particular crop. So we can say that this in rural area we can find seasonal unemployment there also. So now we will see that what types of unemployment we have with us. So what kind of unemployment we found in India. So the first one is seasonal unemployment. So seasonal unemployment happens when people are not able to find the jobs during some months of the year. So suppose the agriculture, when the season changes, people are like when the season changes, so farmers are unemployed for that particular period of time, because they are not able to grow the crop in that particular season, due to which they are unemployed. And also the people, like the, we can say that people whose jobs are dependent upon the season. So when the season changes, like for example in Manali or in any other season, like where people used to visit in one particular season only. Okay, so in that area, so when there is a, so in that area, so suppose for example, like for example the people who are producing wool, or who are producing wool products basically. So when season changes to summer, like they cannot able to produce wool in summer season, because people do not wear woolen clothes in summer season. So with the help of this season, like with the change of the season, the person who are dependent upon the seasonal employment, it will also become the unemployment in that season. So this is how the seasonal unemployment works. And then we have disguised unemployment. So suppose when a work requires the service of 5 people but engaged 8 people, then these 3 people who are said to be disguisedly unemployed. So suppose this is a industry, or this is a farmland where we need only 5 people or 4 people to grow that particular crop. But instead of 5 people, all the family members, like all the 8 to 9 family members, they are working on the fields. So these 4 people who are working extra on the fields, they are considered as disguised unemployment, because here the requirement for the work is less, but the people working for that particular work is more. So the people who are extra working on those land will be considered as disguised unemployed. So now educated unemployment, it's very easy. So when a person is educated and he is not able to find a suitable and efficient job, then he is an educated unemployed person. So suppose if a person is having a MEd or BEd or MTech degree, but he is unable to find the job in the market or in the firm, so then the person is considered as educated unemployed person. Okay, so this is the 3 kind of unemployment we have in India. So you have to remember this. So now here I have different situations for you. So what you have to do is, you have to, I will be reading out the situation one by one. So you have to tell me which kind of unemployment is this. So the first one is, I am Ram, working for the cultivation of rabi crops. Now in summer season, I don't know how I will earn. So this is a which kind of unemployment? Yes, so it's a seasonal unemployment. So because as the season changes, he will become as the season changes, he will become unemployed in other season. So now the second situation is, I am Rama. In my factory, 8 people are doing the work, same work, where we required only 4 people. So this is a what kind of unemployment? Yes, it's a disguised. So I am a BTech graduate person, but from last 6 years I am unable to find any job. So this is what kind of unemployment? Yes, it's educated unemployment. Now I am John, working at Christmas decoration shop. Christmas came in December, so what will do? So what will I do the whole year? So this is again a seasonal unemployment, because as the season changes, so as the Christmas end, the person John, he will become unemployed for the year. So now these are so very good students. So you all have understood the concept of different unemployments. So now moving forward, so now here I have some questions for you to test your understanding. So now the first question is, disguised unemployment occur when the number of person working on the farm is only what is required, more than required, less than required, or none of the above. So what will be the answer here? Yes, very good. So it will be more than required. So now there are 2 types of unemployment. This is true or false. Yes, it's a false statement, because we have 3 types of unemployment: disguised, seasonal, and educated unemployment. Now moving forward, so now student, here you have to answer different questions. So the first question is, what are the different sectors of economy? Yes. Yes, very good. So we have 3 sectors of economy. First, we have the agriculture sector or primary sector, then we have secondary sector, and the last we have tertiary sector. Now you have to give me the example of each sector, like which profession or which thing will be included in primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. Yes. Agriculture is included in primary sector. Industries are included in secondary sector. Transportation or other bank services are included in tertiary sector. Very good, students. So now tell me, what do you think, which economic sector face the high rate of unemployment and why? Yes, what do you think? Yes. Yes. So we are getting the mixed responses, but most of you are telling that in agriculture sector we are facing the most or the high rate of unemployment, because we know that in our country India people are mostly dependent into agriculture. So when the season changes, people are becoming unemployed in that particular area. So now the agriculture sector is having the high rate of unemployment in India. So now, oh, so now tell me what we can do, like what do you think, how the government, or what is the role of government for the development of different for the development of this unemployed person, or to reduce this unemployment from India? So like what government can do in order to reduce this? Yes. Yes, first is like government can introduce different schemes for that. Yes, very good. So they can launch different schemes where they can help the unemployed person. Yes, they can help farmers for the like they can help farmers in the agriculture sector, so that they can not able to like they are not dependent only one crop, they are able to grow the different crops on the agriculture land. So for the farmers, government can also help the farmers. So now we will learn that what the Indian government or the any government there can do in order to reduce the unemployment rate. So now their employment schemes. So now employment scenario in the three sectors. So we will learn that what was the employment scenario in the three sector. So the first one is agriculture. So most labor observing sector is agriculture, where we have 54.6% of population according to 2001. So the agriculture is the most absorbing sector of India. So where we have 54.6% of population working in this sector. So now in secondary sector, so small scale enterprise. So small scale enterprise observe the most labor force in secondary sector. So the small scale industry, they are having the most labor force in the secondary sector, whereas the tertiary sector we have share of service in employment in 2014 is 28.7%. Key driver of economic growth. So these are these the tertiary sector is the key driver of economic growth. So this is the scenario of employment in the three sector. So now there are different employment generation schemes that are being started by the government of India. So here we have the like here we have different schemes with the first one is Manrega, then we have Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, or Hunar Se Rozgar Tak. So these are the different schemes so that the government can so that the government Indian government has launched for the development or for the employment generation to the areas where the people are mostly unemployed. So apart from this, the government can also invest more in the agriculture and related activities, because as we know that the unemployment rate is very high in the agriculture sector. So we need to invest more in the agriculture sector. And apart from this, we have to develop the infrastructure also so that the unemployment will be decreased, and where we can provide different opportunities like as we develop the infrastructure, so they we can provide more like we can generate more employment opportunities for the people, and then we can also provide the government can also provide loans to the people to start their own business. So this is how the government can help in the development or in the reduction of the employment rates in India. So now, suppose if you are the government of India, if you were given a chance, so what kind of things you will do in order to reduce unemployment from India? Yes. Okay, you can develop or you can give vocational training to the students. Okay, this can be a good thing that we can do, because we know that in India the skill matters the most. So we need to develop the skill of the students. So vocational training or vocational skills are being developed in the students. What else? Small scale industries need to be promoted, yes, where people can start their own business. Very good. And what else? Yes, we need to launch different schemes related to the like job opportunities, to provide job opportunities to students. So we can do different things in order to we can do different things in order to reduce the unemployment rate from India. Okay. So now you have to answer these questions. So the first question is, which sector is called as the most labor absorbing sector? Is it primary, secondary, tertiary, or none of these? Yes, so it's a primary sector. Very good, students. So now second question is, government plays dash role in employment generation. Yes, government play important role in employment generation. Now, student, let's quickly summarize what we have discussed in today's class. So first we have started like the meaning of the unemployment, like what is unemployment and who person are included in the unemployment. Then we discuss about the types of unemployment, and lastly we discuss about that how government can help in the generation of employment rates, and also the scenario of employment into different sectors. So now describe the term unemployment in your own words. Like what do you mean by unemployment? Yes. So unemployment means when a person or the people of the age group 15 to 59, they are willing to do the job, but they are unable to find the job. Okay, that will be considered as unemployment. So now you have to differentiate between seasonal and disguised unemployment. Yes. So seasonal unemployment is this when the season changes, with the change in the season, the person will become the unemployed for the whole year. Whereas the disguised unemployment is that where the people are working more, like if this is a farm where we required 4%, but people are working there 8%. So here the more than the required person are working on the field, due to which disguised unemployment is arises. So now what can be done for the generation of unemployment? So we can launch different schemes. Yes, very good. We can give them educational, vocational training, or we can also provide them different loans so that they can start their own business. So last question is, what are the various problems associated with unemployment? Yes, yes, very good. So uh, poverty is there, quality of life will be decreased, or the society will also affect. Depression is there, stress is there, family pressure is there. So there are a lot many problems which are associated with unemployment. So now students, this is your homework. So first you have to search and find out some villages which initially had no job opportunities but later came up with many. And second is you have to find out different schemes implemented by the government for the employment of educated people. So this is your home assignment. So you have to do this your home assignment, and then you have to send it on my email ID that I have already shared with you. So that's all from my side, students. So we shall meet in the next class. Till then, bye bye. Take care.